Happy Friday, people. This is my Friday night reviews where I will review all the comics that I picked up the previous Wednesday. Used to do it one bad, three good. Do it all separately, but now I'm just going to review them all. So keep watching. Hello, comic book fans. You know what time it is. Let's get started. All right. Of my two pickup videos for this week, there's only one comic that I didn't finish. That'd be No Hero, the graphic novel, because we were unbelievably busy at work yesterday. Had to restrain from killing some customers and fellow employees, so I didn't get this one done. I will review this later. Whoops, let's not let that happen because I don't want it to get... But I did get everything else done. I'm going to go from... Start with the one that I didn't like the best and move up from there. First Defense, number 1, by Absolute Comics Group. Now, this is a really cool idea. It's kind of well executed. I just wasn't into it. So I'm not saying it's bad. I just, didn't care for it much. I know that doesn't make sense because, like I said, it was a cool idea. I just don't think it was executed well. The concept of this book is the firstborn child, I think that is, of certain presidents. Woodrow Wilson, Reagan, Taft, a couple other people were selected by this little alien guy by the name of Ohm for training to be and given certain powers to ward off an invasion and protect the Earth. This is the current one, who is the first child of the current fictional president, and she is the leader. All the rest of the people are in some sort of stasis, and so it deals with her until near the end of the book, where they pull some of the people out, which is the ones that I mentioned, not all of them because they didn't need all of them, and introduce her to them so they can start working together. Like I said, it was a really interesting concept. It just wasn't executed to my liking. It looks really good. I have to say one thing about Absolute Comics Group: the art is fantastic, and this is no exception. I'm just not digging it as much as I should, I guess, so I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 because, just wasn't digging it that much. All right, let's move on to the next one. Something is Killing the Children, number 8. This was supposed to be a limited series. I think it was supposed to end at 6. But it sold so well that they made it just a regular series. Now, James Tynion IV wrote it. Werther Dell'Edera. Let's see if I can... Miguel Moreto are the other people who do it. Now, I love this series. It's focuses on Erica Slaughter, who is a kind of a badass monster killer. She's going to this town because all these kids are getting killed and disappearing, and they aren't sure what's going on. And it turns out there's this creature who is killing the children. Hence, something is killing the children. It was supposed to end at number 6, like I said before, where she kills the actual creature, and it was going to leave everything open with the creature's children still there. But now you're with 7 and 8, especially this one, you're dealing with the organization that she works with, because she's got a guy from the organization coming out to deal with her because she's kind of a rogue, and she's going after the children of the creature. This is a really good series, and it's not your typical, she's going after vampires or werewolves or the normal ones. These are different creatures, and I really want to see more of the internal organization of the organization that she works for. I want to see more of her and the people that she works with and her continued adventures. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. James Tynion IV is awesome. All right. Batman and the Outsiders. Regular cover. Number 14. So we are still trying to go after Ra's al Ghul, because he has some sort of alien artifact that he's gonna use in another attempt to take over the world. You have Batman still training the new girl. You have Cassie and Duke dealing with Cassie's mother, who is trying to see if they want to go after Ra's despite Batman's orders. Say, don't make Batman be your boss. You make your own decisions. And what is her name? Why can't I remember her name? Is trying to play the counter, the opposite opinion, and say, hey, you need to stay with us. And then you have Batman and the rest of the group going after Ra's, saying we need to prove that he has something to lose, and goes after his Lazarus pits. And there's a really interesting deal with Batman and Jefferson Pierce, where he's trying to improve his powers for a reason involved with the story. What is his name? Hill is doing a really good job at writing this series, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. So I'm going to give this a 4.25 out of 5. Batman's Grave, number 8. Warren Ellis. This has been an interesting series, and it was supposed to go 12 issues, but it may not last that long if you've been paying attention to what's going on. Ellis is no longer working with DC, and no one knows whether he finished the series or not. So reading this series may be moot because we may not know what's going on. You still have Batman trying to figure out who's killing all these people and why. You get him coming across a new bad guy, fighting him, and it seems like this is the one who has been doing the killing. Now I guess he just needs to stop him. There is a wonderful little scene between Batman and Alfred in the cave, where they're discussing whether they should release the drones to keep, to find where this guy is, to keep an eye on things. And the drones are shaped like dogs. And Batman keeps calling them drones, and Alfred is like, no, they're bat hounds. And so there's this little scene. Says, Alfred is like, okay, come on, Master Bruce, give your little, your butler his thing, just for once, just for me, give me the word. And Batman's just kind of like, okay, release the bat hounds. And one thing I like about this series, aside from the underlying mystery, the trying to figure out what's going on, is the banter between Batman and Alfred and the humor that he involves with this. I am really into this series, and I wish some of the other stories are as good as this. 4.25 out of 5. Next, Detective Comics number 1023, which is one of the ones leading up to the Joker War. It goes Batman number 94, Detective Comics number 123, and I guess number 95 for Batman is the beginning of the actual Joker Wars. So you have Batman dealing with the aftermath of the Two-Face thing. He's looking for Two-Face and some of these other things. This is written by, Tomasi? Why can't I read that? Yeah, Tomasi. Sorry about that. Who does another fantastic job of writing Batman. So they're all working towards starting the Joker War, so it ends with, whatever's going to happen in the next issues. I've liked this series for a long time. It was better than the Batman titles when King was writing it, and now it's equal to the Tomasi Batmans, and the stories are great. So I'm going to give this 4.25 out of 5. Speaking of Batman and Tinian the Fourth, Batman number 94. It opens with some of the assassins leaving Gotham, saying, hey, we're done. Slade Wilson and the girl, they're leaving. Says, I have a feeling we're not going to be around here anymore for a while because this is going to be dangerous. You have Joker with all of Bruce Wayne's money. You have Batman with a sword through his leg and him trying to deal with that. You got Lucius Fox coming in saying, look, I don't have the focus to help you like you want. I can't do what Alfred did. I don't have the focus. I've got to worry about the company because Joker's coming after the company. I need to concentrate on that. And Batman's like, you worry about that. Let me deal with this. He's got all the money. I'm gonna worry about the Joker. You keep Wayne Tech from being taken over by the Joker. And then he goes looking for Selina Kyle. And you find out where Selina Kyle is because she took off from the hospital, and the little thing with the Joker and everything. Not the Joker, but the Penguin, a little hideout. This is getting really good. I cannot wait for number 95. If you aren't reading this Batman series, this Batman run, and you're a Batman fan, you're missing out. Pick this up. I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. And, sorry about that. And the last one for this week, Deceased Dead Planet #1. Wow! Tom Taylor. Wow. I have not read something of his that I've been disappointed with. His deceased stuff is incredible. This is no exception. You have all the heroes at another, they've settled on another planet. You've got Lois Lane as the president of Earth 2 or the New Earth. It starts out with Jonathan Kent, Damian Wayne, and some other people trying to stop some of the people, some aliens, from attacking their planet. There's some banter between Damian and Jonathan, which is awesome, which really brings out their distinctive personalities. And now I can understand, I guess, why people liked Super Sons, which I never read. But if it's anything like this, it must have been an incredible series. But they have to leave to go back to Earth because Cyborg's head, comes back to life and sends out a distress call, which these guys pick up. So it's Damian, Batman, Jonathan Kent, Superman, Black Canary, Lantern, and Oliver Queen, and some other people go back to Earth to try and get Cyborg and find out what's going on. And things do not go as planned. And these are such good series. I don't know why people aren't picking them up. If you haven't been reading these, get the others in trade and then pick these up, because it's so good. So good. Really well written. The plotting is awesome. The stories are incredible. And just, you just basically have to give them a salute to Tom Taylor for writing this stuff. So I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 5 and highly recommend you read them. So that's it for this week. I will probably at some point finish reading this. I'm about halfway through. And maybe tonight or tomorrow finish reading it and do a review on it. So let me know what you thought about my reviews. Did you read what I read? And what did you think of my ratings? And either way, enjoy your comics.